Hello everybody, welcome to today's deck profile. Today we are doing a Tactical Masters deck. That's right, today we're doing Vaylantz. This is a fun pendulum archetype all about moving your monsters into different zones over and over again and getting effects. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let's hop on into it. Starting off, we're playing 3 copies of Vaylantz Priestess. This is the best card in your deck. During the main phase, if this card is special summoned, you can add a Vaylantz spell from deck to your hand, and if this card moves to another monster zone, you can add a Vaylantz monster from deck to hand. And if it's in the pendulum zone, you can special summon it. However, you are locked into Vaylantz monsters. So like I said, best card in the deck, it gets you all your searches, you definitely want to play 3 of it. Playing 3 copies also of Buster Baron. Buster Baron has the same pendulum effect that if he's in the scale, you can special summon him up as a monster. And if you control the special summon card, target one Vaylantz monster you control in a main monster zone, move it to another adjacent horizontal monster zone. If this card in the monster zone is moved to another one, you can target one card in either player's pendulum zone, place it in an adjacent spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. So this is how you get, that's one of the few cards that allow you to move your opponent's monsters. So Buster Baron's a definite 3 of. Mad Marquess, if he's in your pendulum scale and you have Kong Whisson in your in the field zone, can be either, or you control a Fire Vaylantz, you can special summon him. During the main phase, you can roll a die, activate that many cards from the top of your deck, add a Vaylantz card from that, and shuffle the rest back in the deck. If he is moved, you can roll a die, 2, 3, 4, 5, special summon one main monster zone to from your spell and trap card zone from that column. So effectively 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you move it up, whichever one you roll. Playing 3 Hojo. If you control Shinra Basho or a Water Vaylantz, you can special summon him in the same column. You can target one face-up card in either spell and trap zone, return it to the hand. If this card moves, you can fusion summon, using monsters from your hand, field, or pendulum zones. So he is how you get to your bigger fusion monster. Next up, we are playing 3 copies of Scion, the Archer. He can special summon himself to the same column for nothing. If you control the special summon card, target an effect monster on the field, toss a coin. If it's a heads, negate the effects. If it's tails, have its attack. If this card moves, you can target one card on the field, toss a coin. Heads, destroy it. Tails, return it to the hand. So he is great removal and negation for the deck. Then we have Dominator Duke. If he's in the pendulum scale, you can special summon him so long as you have Kong Whisson or a Fire Vaylantz. You can target one set card in the spell and trap card zone and make it not be able to be activated for that turn. And if he is moved, you can target one monster your opponent controls, take control of it, and then it becomes a Vaylantz monster. The last monster we're playing is 3 copies of Voltage Viscount. You can special summon this for free from the pendulum scale to the same column. During your main phase, if you control the special summon card, you can place one face-up Vaylantz pendulum monster from your extra deck into your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell or trap. And he has the exact same effect if you have moved, however you place it in your pendulum zone. That is it for the monster lineup. For the spells, we're running 3 copies of Vaylantz World, Shinra Basho. When it's activated, you can place another Vaylantz spell from your deck to your opponent's field zone, except for this one. If there are 2 cards in the field zones, turn player can target one monster card in their own spell and trap card zone, special summon it into their own main monster zone in the same column. It works well with the other one, which is Vaylantz World Koenig Whisson. It has the same effect. If it's activated, you can place one into your opponent's field spell zone. If there are 2 cards in the field spell zone, the turn player can target one effect monster the opponent controls in their main monster zone and put it in the same column but in their spell and trap card zone. And if there's a card where it should be, it gets destroyed. So those are your field spells. We're playing 3 copies of Solo Awakening. You can place a Vaylantz monster from your deck into your pendulum zone. If there's a card in the field zone, you can banish this from your grave to move one of your Vaylantz monsters, so that also can help you trigger some of the effects. We're then playing 3 copies of Palace of Beginning. You can add a Vaylantz field spell from your deck, then you can destroy 1 pendulum monster you control, and if you do, add Senate Switch from your hand. If this card's in your grave, except the turn it was there, banish it to place a Vaylantz pendulum monster from your extra deck into your pendulum zone. So it's just a great way to get the field spell, and then Senate Switch, which we will get to next. We're playing 2 copies of it. It's a continuous spell from... Oh, I can't even remember when this one was originally printed. I believe it's the one with the Cyberdarks in it. Cyberdark Impact? Let me know in the comment section. I'm pretty sure it's Cyberdark Impact. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster in your main monster zone and move it to an adjacent unoccupied zone. So, it just moves. Then we're playing 2 copies of Pendulum Paradox. All of your monsters in the main deck are a scale 1, and this allows you to add 2 face-up pendulum monsters with the same pendulum scale, but different names from your extra deck to your hand. So, after you've gone through your play, you'll have a fairly full extra deck with these guys. These will just add 2 of them right back to your hand. Playing 2 Pendulum Transfer. This targets 2 pendulum monsters you control and places them in your scale. This is really good because all of your extra deck are 10 scale, meaning that you didn't actually pendulum summon in a pendulum deck. Finally, 1 terraforming, because you do really need the field spell in this deck to make it function to the highest of its ability. For the fusions, we're playing 3 Momonaka, the Vaylantz United. Its pendulum effect is you can special summon it to an unused column, and it has a Senate Switch effect where you can just move 1. It takes 3 Vaylantz monsters. During the main phase, quick effect, target an effect monster in an opponent's unused or in an opponent's main monster zone, move that monster face up as a continuous spell in the spell and trap card zone in the same column, and it destroys anything that is already in that column. If it's a monster, your opponent then loses life points equal to its attack. If this special summon card is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you get to place it in your pendulum zone. So this is kind of your boss monster for the deck, but he really works well with the other boss monster, Genesis Grand Duke. He takes 2 Vaylantz monsters. This face-down card must either be fusion summoned or special summoned by attributing level 5 or higher non-fusion Vaylantz monster in the same column as the extra monster zone. If this card's special summon, target 1 monster card in your opponent's spell and trap card zone, return it to the hand, and if you do inflict damage equal to that monster's attack, then this card gains attack equal to half the damage inflicted. As a pendulum monster, it has the exact same effects as the other fusion, where you can special summon it in the same column, or you can place you can move 1 of your Vaylantz in the main monster zones. That's it for the Vaylantz deck. Like I said, it's a very new deck. We're still learning. We have a new fusion monster coming out soon, so I will try to provide an update for that deck. As always, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.